Welcome to Silicon Valley Business, a show focused on highlighting the innovation in heart of Silicon Valley. I am your host, Oscar Garcia, and today I have the honor to have Phil Jobber, the founder and owner of Philz Coffee. Thank you very much, Phil, for being on the show.
Well, Oscar, I want to thank you kindly for having me in your show.
It is, so Phil, I want to touch, we had the opportunity, thanks to our good friend David Jew, that put the two of us together, and I went to your store and had a very delicious cup of coffee made by you, which was certainly an honor. And I want to start, though, by tell us about the history of Philz Coffee. Where did you get the idea? How long has it been around?
Well, I could go back and tell you since I was 6, 7 years old, but we're going to simplify it. So I love coffee. When I was a young man, I noticed coffee is a social. Coffee put people together, communicate, seal a deal. In the old days, they used to shake the cups and seal a deal, and it's all done. So I saw that when I was a little kid, that the neighbor, my mom, my grandmother, they used to get together and sit for hours and socialize. They didn't have cookies, cake, they didn't have liquor, they didn't have soda at that time. They have coffee and tea. So they used to have coffee after 2 hours socialize. And when they are nibbling on their coffee, they socialize for another hour. So kill time, social, put people together. So I noticed that every household have coffee. So I said, I'm going to get into the coffee because coffee is for the people. I love people. And that's how I start working on my coffee as I go slowly, gradually, not every day. As I became older, at 16, 17 years old, I opened a supermarket, a small mini supermarket. I used to sell coffee, cigarette, beer, liquor, wine, deli, coffee. But the coffee that now I had on the market never let anyone see or taste what I do. The only one is my son, Jacob, which is now he's the CEO of my company when he was 17 years old, my friend.
Wow.
So when I conquered my coffee, I spent like 25 years in the same shop, selling coffee. Then life changed, things changed, society changed as I see it. So I wasn't afraid to change. So I used to take some canned good out and add organic food because society changed.
Sure.
But at that time wasn't so strong, that organic stuff. So it was the beginning. So I worked with it. In the meantime, I was working in 1 cup at a time. I spent 25 years to perfect it. And in '98, I took time off. I visited many shops. Not to see how they make coffee. I used to go, why people go there, what they're looking for, what their expectation. Then I used to walk inside the shop. Is the people behind the counter happy, the employees? Are they smiling? I look around the tables. Is the people communicating, talking, socialize? Then I buy a cup of coffee, I sit and I observe. And I said, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people to come in my coffee shop, socialize, talk, communicate. Because coffee is a social. For example, you go in a hotel, you're in the elevator. Then all of a sudden, 5, 6 people in the elevator, and they all stand like a plant. None of them talk. You see, I don't want that.
Right.
I want people to socialize. So when I opened my coffee in 2001, when I conquered my concept, in 2001, I put it in the market. And I took everything out. Only coffee and pastries. And as I was working my concept, visit so many coffee shops, 5-star hotels. Even I have privilege to go to the casinos, the VIP section, through my friend. He took me under his wings.
Sure.
And I learned customer service, hospitality. And I became, you know, each one of us has something good about him. So I become the best of the best. I add to it. Then I implement the system. I implement the system in myself. My son was watching as he was going to school and went to college. And I said, that's how we're going to conquer our business. We're going to be different than anyone else. We're going to treat people like we want to be treated, with love and passionate and truth, respect, treasure. Then these the people is going to make me go hire more people and grow.
Right.
And that's what happened to me. So when I put in the market in 201, 202, my son helped me out. He went to college, then he came by. He said, Dad, I don't want to go to college. I said, uh-oh. Now there's trouble between me and Mom.
Yeah.
Your two sisters are well educated. One of them is a doctor. I told her when she was 13, 14, become a doctor in case I go broke, Dad. The second one, her name is Gina. The second one is Jessica. I told her, go become business major in marketing. And she was in USF. I said to her, get your real estate. She did. My son doesn't want to go to college. He wants to work with me. I said, why you want to work with me, Dad? He said, I want to grow. I said, what do you mean you want to grow? Some kids work with their parents, they want money. You want to grow. What does that mean? Tell me. He said, Dad, you taught me, I watch you, I know what you want, you educate me. You go open shops, and I will educate the teamwork. We didn't have employees, by the way. We have people, culture, working for us. So we train them. We have a school. Like what my son learned, they have to learn. What I went through, they all have to go through. So we are fortunate that my children follow Mom and Dad footsteps, which is very hard to do these days,
Yes,
or then.
is.
I wish all the children and the parents complement each other, educate each other, and they follow their parents' footsteps. Because who does better work than your own children you could trust?
That's right.
You could trust everybody. So we put in the market, and my son started helping me. We were two. In 5 months, I opened 5 shops. 5 months.
That's impressive.
And my son, he goes, Dad, open more. So we start to hire. We are preparing. Every time we open a shop, we hire people in 2 months in advance, and we train them. We pay them. And they must fit my concept. They have to be clean, smart, intelligent, the basics, the value, be humble, and follow your guiding. What you were trained to do. And we have a system that we train our clientele, our teamwork, how to treat people. So you have to be calm, settle, relax, focus, acknowledge. Coffee is art, it's not machinery. You see, you go to any coffee shop anywhere in the world, you see espresso, and I'll take cappuccino. I didn't have that. I didn't have espresso. Coffee is art. We have artists. So when we train him, we put him to work. We open 5, we open 3 more, and we're growing. My daughter is my agent. She does my real estate. All she does, Dad, sign. I didn't have to go to a lawyer.
Right.
But as you grow, you have more people. You need to learn the system, the rules, the guidance to protect yourself, to put yourself in a cage no one can touch you.
Right.
And that's what we did. And we're growing. And my concept is untouchable. It's a specialty coffee. It's we have a journey, agenda, a dream that we're gonna reach. And it's unstoppable. Coffee is for life. Coffee in everybody's house. And it works if you do the right thing. And our society these days, they're young, smart, intelligent, they have class, they have taste, they got money. They don't like BS.
Right.
They like quality. They walk to my shop, my friend. They drive to my shop. They fly to my shop. From the airport, they come straight to my shop. So if you conduct your business the right way, with reasonable prices, you are satisfied, you're not greedy. Greed is disaster, satisfy is success, and people recognize it these days. They love you, they take you to the moon.
That's right.
And they give us a name and reputation that we earned, we don't buy. You earn things in life. People are not stupid out there. They know where's the quality, sincere action. The concept is, my concept never changed 100 years from now. Companies change, high-tech change, everything change. We don't change. We become better at what we do best because it's well studied. I didn't have money to open shops. I have a concept. I have passion. I have love. I fear no one, my friend. I never look back.
Yeah.
look forward.
Look forward.
And when I want to open a shop, one thing about us, that's why we're successful. I go to the city, to the county, building inspector, health inspector, all of them. I tell them I'm going to open a shop. Philz Coffee is all about this. Direct me what you want me to do. So we do the job one time. I'm not a cookie cutter.
Right.
Never. Because each shop I have in each district, each community is different than the other shop.
You adapt yourself to that community.
Every shop fit that community, must be. And we build community. Let's say I go to a street, I open a shop, and the street has many vacants. That's the beauty about Philz Coffee too. Many vacants. So I open a shop there, all of a sudden no more vacants. How can you go wrong with that? So I go to the city, tell them what they need, and I open. And we hire people during the process. We train them. So the minute we open, we are well prepared. There is no panic.
Right. Let me ask you, Phil, go back, because you talk a lot about the experience that a consumer has when they go to your store. And I certainly saw that when I was at the Sunnyvale location. Outside, it looked like almost a ghost town. You didn't see anyone outside, but as soon as you walked into your store, it was full of customers. People, like you said, interacting with one another on the laptops or some on the phone, doing business transactions. Tell me more about that experience that you create for the consumer when they go to your coffee shop.
Well, I want to tell you something. 30 years ago, people used to go rent homes. The whole house. We go 30 years later now, our society, they go look for a room to rent and share their bathroom, their kitchen. They didn't even have a community table to sit on. So I saw that vision a while ago in the late 70s. I said, when I open my coffee shop, I want to put a community table. Because it seems like some of us, not all of us, some of us lost the basics, the value, communication. Everybody's Instagram, Yahoo, Google, Twitter.
Sure.
I want to see you face to face, talk to you. So I put that community table. So when you go to your room, you don't have community table. Philz Coffee become your community table. So I have people sit there, meet, seal a deal, work with each other, compliment each other, meet each other, become boyfriend, girlfriend, get married in my shop, engage. And you know what's the beauty about it? They use Philz Coffee as their wedding favorite. Never happened in the history of the U.S.
Well, and
so we build culture, community, like grandma's house. It's not give me your money and get out.
Right, right.
So when I used to see other coffee shops, people walk in, for example, Mr. X with a black jacket walk in, a coffee shop, I'm watching him outside. 10 minutes later, he come out with a cup of coffee, he's not smiling. I don't want that. I want you to get out with a smile. So I want to make your day a better day. I want to make you happy. I want you to get up, to leave my shop with a smile and talk about me. Put me in the cloud, like they all did. So what's the cloud 30 years ago? Create rain. Now there's cloud.
Right.
So that's beautiful. So
yeah. No, it
so Philz Coffee built community, culture. People can't wait to get up in the morning to come to Philz Coffee shop. One time I have an experience. One guy, he comes to my shop, then his cousin visited him from New York. He brought him in the afternoon straight from the airport to my shop. He had a cup of coffee. So the second day, I noticed that the second day because the guy, discussed with me. He get up in the morning, he wrote a note, here's the keys. That's where you go if you want to go to the community. He put the keys and the paper next to his bed. That guy wake up. You know what he did when he woke up?
What did he do?
Where's Phil's coffee at? You see? That's what Philz does, give you quality, sincere action, treat you right. My friend, sometimes I cry, it's so good. I can't find the words in the Bible to tell you how good it is. We earned it. We don't buy it. People give it to us. Plus, I've been in the same shop for over 35 years. So I become a community guy. We help the community. I help little schools, children, families. With so little I have, I try to help.
What are some of the things that you do as an organization to give back to the community?
I love San Francisco because I chose San Francisco when I was 16. Either I'm smart or I'm born with it. I chose San Francisco because it's only 7 by 7. And if you open a business, you treat people right, reasonable price, you're not greedy, you straight, sincere, and people see it. They're not stupid out there, believe me, because each one of us has something good about him. So when they saw that on me, they give me the faith, the respect, they look up to me. And I do a lot of things I don't like to talk about them. I do it because I want to do it. I learned when I was a kid, it's good to forgive and forget, and don't you all forget how to give. So we must all have to learn how to treat each other with respect, learn how to live with each other, respect each other, you know? So that's what Philz is all about, like grandma's house. You're full of love. You go to your grandma, she hug you, she kiss you, she wants to feed you, she'll give you the honest, sincere action advice. That's what Philz Coffee does.
Right.
We have quality people who work for us. They are all good people. They become better people. And that comes from the quality of my clientele. That's where I learned most of my business from. How the people, the customers, clientele, they know about the products more than you do, more than I do, more than the growers, more than the roasters.
Right.
See, that's where I learned, and best to come.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of best to come, I just read an article last week that you, I think, received a $15 million investment to continue to grow. Tell us more about your growth plans.
Well, Philz Coffee have commitment and has lots of love from his customers and my clientele. They love us so much, they're watching me. And I adore and I admire the quality of Summit partners for recognize quality, service, hospitality, respect people. They have so much love for me. I love them. We did it just to, like my father said one time, it's better to have it, you don't need it, to need it, and you don't have it. So Summit Partners is like an offense and defense to me, and it's a plus for me. I'm already doing good. I just like the love and the quality and the smartness they have. I get approached by many ventures. I turn them all down because there is no one is good enough to sit in my chair and tell me what to do after 25 years experience with the concept. But Summit has love for me. They love us, they like us, they like what we do. They are humble people. God bless them.
Sure.
We both love each other.
Right.
They are excellent investment company, and they like to help. When they see something, they like to help. They go out of their way. They're not in it, invest several million, several years later, let me sell.
Sure.
That's why I love them. They love me.
Where are some areas that you're looking to expand, other cities?
Well, I like San Francisco. I like the Bay Area. I like California because California is American Express to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Like our president, God bless him, he said, small business family owned are the engine to the economy.
Right.
And Phil is acting on it in a good way, where we hire people, put them to work, raise minimum wages. I give them health plan. I give them dental plan. And when I raise minimum wages 2-3 months before our governor, Jerry Brown, raised minimum wages, I saw so much love, respect, so much action. My business went up. They start to give better service. They always give. They became to the next. They were good. Now they are excellent. They are not a barista maker. They are artists, and they're the one who's making me grow. Because my clientele grow, I hire, and when I hire, they conduct my concept in a good way. Good hospitality, make people happy, make your day better day. There's no other way except go open more shops and hire more. Like my 10 shops, multiplying by 10. Imagine how many employees. Maybe several years later, multiply 10 by 20. You figure the rest. You see what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
And we are into health, not wealth. We are humble people, always been. And what you see is what you get.
Sure.
That's what Philz Coffee is all about, my friend.
No, well, again, you're doing a phenomenal job in creating in a space that is very competitive. Obviously, we have another company starts with an S that is everywhere. But again, Philz Coffee has a very strong loyal customer base. I want to ask you, for those people that might not be familiar with Philz Coffee, how would you just, in a very short, concise way, describe Philz Coffee to someone that has never had your coffee?
Well, God bless all the coffee shops. There's business for everybody. I just pick the flower clientele like this flower, my friend. They're all flowers, no weeds. And these flowers, they give me a name and reputation that my own money and then some cannot advertise to create business. So the quality of my clientele is like I tell you, one shop to me is like 1,000 shops. One customer to me is like 1,000,000, multiplied by 10. And I cry every day, my tears come down. I can't find words, sentences in dictionaries tell you how great it is. It's my coffee, I'm telling you, my friend, there's business for everybody. But compare my coffee with some other coffee, almost, I dissolve the acid out of it. Almost zero, the least possible. My coffee doesn't get any fresher than that. I watch it. I put it together. It took me many years, like a pharmacy, to count the beans, put it together. It's not just sell it and give me your money and go. I want to give you something and you go out there and talk about it. And that's what happened. See, these days people don't go to bars. They go to coffee shop with their Apple laptop, working, communicate. Like I said, they make a friend. They get married in my shop.
Right.
Show me any hospitality business people have that opportunity. You see?
Right.
And I pick qualities. I know just franchise license, I don't do that, my friend. We in it for life. I want to get wealthy when I'm 100 years old. I'm not into money. Money comes. I could make money on the sidewalk. Just go with my head like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do it because I love what I'm doing. I don't forget where I came from. Me, my son, my family, and my teamwork. It's awesome. It's untouchable.
We'll be wrapping up here very shortly, Phil. And one of the things that I admire about you is the fact that you are very genuine. You're very compassionate. You have a love for what you do. And when we first met, I kept mentioning my father because you remind me a lot of my father. A lot of the things that he's taught me, he was a business owner himself. And even to this day, in the type of work that I do, working at the chamber, I focus a lot on relationship first, business second. And so I admire that about your philosophy. It's something that I think a lot of these high-tech companies have lost and don't practice. But maybe just in 1 minute, share with us, there's 3 words that I remember, and I'm not going to say them, I'll let you tell. There's 3 words that I've read that you believe very strongly. If you can share with us what those three words are.
Remind me of them. You forgot,
Hey.
huh? I'll tell you, we have the 10 Commandments in the Bible. You see, I didn't have money to open shops. I have something that I worked at. I conquered. And I know how to raise equity every day. And I know how to work with equity. Love, you must have love for what you do. You must have faith. And you have to be true about it. So if you have a business, you have customers. Number 4, you must respect them. Treat them like a customer. No, treat them like your own clientele, like you want to be treated. Sincere. And it's good to give. In the end, you're going to get. And number 5 is respect them. If you have these concepts working for you and you know what you're doing, so number 6, these clienteles, when you respect them, they're telling you, go and grow. So I act. I don't sit and dream and talk to people about it. I make decisions right away, my friend. And you don't know if it's going to work unless you work with your money. Let your money work for you. Let it breathe. Money wasn't sit in the bank. Let it breathe. Put people. So action, organize. You must organize. And management is the key. It's not just by a name manager. You need a manager who act like a manager, then you hire people. So they all have to respect each other, listen to each other, admire each other, communicate with each other, respect each other, and respect your leadership. Maybe one day you become a leader.
That's right.
That's what I'm looking for. And number 10 is success. So if you have these going for you, and you get up in the morning with good thought, good mind, and smile, how can you go wrong?
Right.
But we have a lot of corrupted, like they say in the old days, there's heaven and hell. This is heaven, what we in. Hell is, they say there's a devil. There's no devil, my friend. Where that comes from?
Right.
The devil is in everybody's thought, mind, how they get up in the morning, angry, can't wait to argue, with a drama. These people need the blessing of God.
Yeah.
So, Philz Coffee is going to grow, California. Now we are in LA. We're going to open several more in LA. I just came from Washington, D.C. I can't wait to open some in Washington. Then I'm going to conquer the planet one at a time in my pace, in my speed. And I have a wonderful team who work for us. You know why I'm successful? I trust my people. I have no hiccup or think twice about them. I trust them. And if you trust your people, you'll succeed.
Right. Now, well, Phil, I trust in that you will definitely succeed in seeing the quality person that you are, the values that you stand for, the fact that you have your family working for you, and of course, the fact that you have just a very delicious, one-of-a-kind product is definitely a recipe for success. And I want to thank you for being on the show today. It's certainly an honor to meet you and to begin to develop a friendship with you. So
our friend is for life. We cemented for life, my friend. I wish I could say a couple of more things if I can.
Well, why don't we do this? We'll get you on the show next time, or we'll do a part 2.
My pleasure. There's always, like Rocky 1, 2, 3, Philz is non-stop from A to Z.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank you kindly.
Thank you.
And God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And tell a friend.
Thank you.
You bet.
We'll be back next month. So thank you very much, and congratulations, Phil.
Thank you. Best to come.
Thank you.